Hey everyone, Grayson the Bard here, and welcome back to day 96 of the Hunt-A-Day. If anyone in the Monster Hunter fandom ever looks at you and complains about the over-designed nature of Frontier's monsters with their spikes and their inexplicable organics and their weird mechanical constructions, I want you to point them at Valstrax and go, Yes, today in our exploration of Elder Dragons, we are going to be fighting Crimson Glow Valstrax from Monster Hunter Rise. Because, like I've mentioned the past couple of videos, I underestimated how busy I was this weekend. I decided I needed something quick and simple, so instead of fighting the Master Rank version, I went and I fought the High Rank version. Because I just needed to get the video done. So I'm going to keep the ramble nice, sweet, to the point. Valstrax is a really cool monster. It has not cracked my top 10 personally, but I really like the concept of this hawk-like dragon that is simultaneously a jet engine and a flamethrower and an artillery cannon. This thing was cool when it was introduced in Monster Hunter Generations. It was cool when it showed up in Rise, and it was even cooler when we got the Risen version of the fight in Monster Hunter Sunbreak. Every version of Valstrax is awesome, but I think Crimson Glow Valstrax is the pinnacle that they should be shooting for when they are pulling for fight mechanics for Valstrax to come back. Crimson Glow Valstrax really amps up the dragon element and the artillery cannon projectile nature of the Valstrax. It uses its wings in combat a lot more rather than just for repositioning. It fires a lot more projectiles out, and it uses a lot of big sweeping AoE attacks, which I think really suit this if Basilgoose is a bomber plane, Valstrax is a fighter jet, and I feel like the way that Crimson Glow Valstrax functions as a fight is very, very emblematic of that design. In terms of how it looks, I think it is incredibly silly. It's incredibly dumb looking, but I really like it. I think it's fun. The massive exhaust port wings with that are constantly glowing red with dragon energy that it is taking into its body through a wind intake, an air coolant vent on its chest, and then burning throughout its entire body and expelling as this projectile blast. That's such a cool design, and it's really fun. Only thing I wish its color palette were a little more interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of the gray on red. I wish we had Risen Crimson Glow Valstrax, which is a lot to say. Has a much cooler color palette with the oranges and blacks, kind of Halloween-y, with the red, thrown in from the glowing dragon energy. But just base Valstrax, I'm not personally big on. But I think he's fine. I think he's neat to look at, but fight mechanic-wise, much more interesting. He has only ever been in anniversary games and very arcadey, action-oriented games, so I don't see him showing up in something like Wilds, personally. I think he is very low on that ladder. I'd give him maybe a 1 or 2 to show up in Rise, to show up in Wilds, just because the way that his fight is designed and the way the creature is designed, he is not conducive to showing up in a lot of very well thought out, well explored ecosystems. He is much more meant to be, hey, look at this cool dragon we're gonna throw at you. He's going to dive bomb you out of the sky. Get in there, do some damage, fuck him up real good kind of games. Frontier. I could see him in a Frontier kind of spin-off. But, stuff like Rise, Generations, games where the focus is on, hey, we want you as the hunter to feel as big and powerful as you possibly can, rather than, let's explore these living, breathing ecosystems that Wilds is going for. So, very low, 1 or 2 to show up in Wilds, but very high. I think it is very likely to show up in a future game. I'm going to put it at an 8 or 9. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I apologize for the shorter hunt today. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Don't if you don't. And until next time, I'll see you next time.